Good to see you both again. I must apologize, though, on behalf of the Brigadier for your temporary confinement.
So, it was the Brigadier who suggested it?
He had his reasons.
So you've never had to cover up alien activity before? It does seem rather shoddy to me.
Your arrival was a unique situation, but here at UNIT, especially now, we are committed to maintaining positive relations with the Paternoster gang.
I hope so. Now, it's been a week since Jenny handed you the artifact. What have you found out?
It's part of a tool used to detect time anomalies.
Well, I assumed that would be the case. Jenny and Mr. Woodman had already come to that conclusion prior to our further investigations.
Ah, right, I see.
However, I was told UNIT was hunting Benjamin Falstone down.
We are still working on that. By analysing this time handle, madam, we have discovered that these fractures have a pattern.
A pattern?
You said that this Falstone rogue has used these time devices before you were attacked.
Yes. But as far as we were aware, it was objects disappearing, people aging, sudden decay.
Mr. Falstone is experimenting with this temporal technology, but the difficulty is that he is not doing this by conventional means.
Conventional means?
In discovering the fractures, we will be able to locate the location of his most recent attack, and also create a timeline of where he went and in what order.
And in the meantime, you expect us to wait?
No, I expect you to help. By being part of the UNIT family.
I'm not one for working with the military, Colonel. Surely you've read our file.
You kept your operation secret, yes.
Quite right, too.
Are you sure that you don't want to do this? Not even if it helps you and your family get home.
Attempting to appeal to my heart now, I see.
No one is asking you to be a soldier, an assassin, a spy. All we're asking you to do is to visit someone.
Visit someone?
Yes, and that someone is a person we know who can provide another part of the time handle.
Send Jenny.
Madam Vastra, this particular someone
You and Mr. Woodman seem to have her wrapped around your little fingers. Send her.
Jealousy. Vastra, I would have thought better than that of you.
I am not jealous.
Maybe all this time locked inside a 21st century building has gotten to you, Vastra. So please, now that the Brigadier has given you permission to leave, use it.
Yes. Yes, I apologize, Colonel Stevenson. Who is this contact you wish for us to meet?
This chap's from off-world, hence why yourself and Commander Strax to visit him. He's a Foamasi, and he goes by the name of Nidrach.
Not sure how I feel about this Mackey's.
You can't go wrong with a Big Mac burger and a strawberry milkshake.
Any luck with Benjamin online?
Oh, it's difficult, but nothing more since you last asked.
That's probably why your team have dropped us off now. They've given up. But we have to find Benjamin.
But do we though? Really?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just thinking here. What if we figured out how to get you back to your time, but let's say an hour before you were sent back in time?
What we need is a vortex manipulator.
Well, if push comes to shove, maybe they'll let us use one. But if this Benjamin is still at large, he'll just keep going on and on, keep sending things and people back.
And unit won't help us.
I don't see Benjamin as an immediate threat. That's why the hesitation is there.
I don't get it.
Well, nothing else has come through, so it's just you, Vastra and Strax.
For now, maybe.
Try the apple pie. Go on.
You do enjoy changing the subject, don't you? This thing.
That's a one, but careful, because those things look pretty, but on the inside, it's like molten lava.
Noted.
See? Good, right?
This I like.
Sweet tooth you have there, Jen.
You could say that. So, the paperwork side of this investigation, I may have just found a mention of a suspicious Benjamin.
What's so suspicious about him?
Here, a Benjamin Madison is mentioned here in the first census.
I mean, I'm not great with history, but wasn't the first census in the 1840s?
Officially, yeah.
So why is there one dated in 1801? Like a sort of Mandela effect?
A what?
Oh, never mind the term, but basically, there's a census that was completed in 1801, despite what the official records say.
Do you know why?
That, I have no idea. Might have been the first one, but it didn't give enough information. It was only related to London and Manchester.
You sure about that?
Why?
It's worth checking how many people registered.
It wasn't many.
There you go then.
But we're looking for Benjamin Folstone. How can we be sure that this Madison man and Folstone are the same person?
Look at the two side by side. 1801 and 1840.
Right.
Well, what'd you notice?
I noticed that you're teasing me.
No, I'm just trying to get you to be more observant.
Okay, I'll play. I don't know, maybe same age, same address, kind of. Wait,
Yeah?
the handwriting. It's identical.
Well done, Henry.
See, I can do this detective stuff.
That you can.
So, what are the chances of two people having identical handwriting to each other 39 years apart?
Well, from what the 1840 census says, he had a private education, so that helps narrow down the coincidences. Then there's also a specific way he writes.
The way he crosses the T's, X's and Q's?
That's right. Again, identical.
Blimey.
So either this is a massive coincidence, or this is the same Benjamin we're looking for, and this is one of his travels through time.
And got stuck, he seems.
Whether it's accidental or deliberate, I have no idea.
You know, for a match girl from the 1880s, you're pretty intelligent.
Hey, are you trying to say no one from my place in society should have brains?
No, not all. I know you coming here was an accident, Jen, and obviously I know we're doing everything to get this Ben and get you all home, but... Well, I'm so happy to have met you.
You're sweet, Henry. I'm happy I met you.
So therefore the Colonel has sent yourself and I to retrieve it.
Yes, Strax. Wonderful summary.
Thank you, Ma. Now, this Nidrach boy.
Nidrach is a Foamasi.
Ah, yes. A brilliant race. The Foamasi government will fall to the might of the Santaran Empire. Santaha!
Strax, this is not what this is about.
I wish to converse with this Foamasi about the glories of his battles.
Strax, now is not the time nor the place. Once we have claimed the artifact, you can both swap stories. But for now, back to the matter at hand.
Greetings.
Good day, sir. I believe you are expecting us. Madame Vastra and Commander Strax.
Ah, yes. Come in. I have been expecting you.
Welcome to my laboratory.
Thank you, Nidrach.
Before we begin, would you like any refreshments?
We should be fine. Thank you.
Hello, Nidrach. I must say I am a massive fan of your work.
My work?
Don't mind him. Do you have the next half of this time handle?
Yes, I do. I shall retrieve it. Whilst I have been living on Earth, I have collected several artifacts. This time handle, as you have called it, is one of many.
Yes. I can see you have a vast collection.
Now may we talk, ma'am?
Strax, the exchange has not yet been completed. Colonel Stevenson has asked me to remind you of your living agreement.
Ah, here it is.
You have it?
Yes. It may not look like much, but it holds immense power.
So we've been told.
Good. Was there anything else?
Strax has read your unit file, and he's a big fan of your work.
Wonderful. I attract many like-minded people who are inventors, such as I.
Oh, well, it's not quite about the inventions.
No?
Your glories in battle, Mr. Nidrach.
Battle?
Your file says you were a fearsome warrior.
Yes, many war crimes. However, I have now devoted my services on Earth to helping others and finding ways to stop the screaming.
Oh, screaming?
Of those I have killed. It is something that never leaves my mind.
The battle cries of war, no less. For the power and the glory of triumph I will rise. We will be ruthless, we will be harmful. And
Yes, enough of that, Mr. Strax.
Fine.
I must agree with Madame Vastra. My sensory functions were under great strain listening to that.
Mr. Nidrach, please tell me your stories of war.
Why?
I too am a warrior.
You are a nurse.
What?
I too was given a file by unit. I know who you are.
I didn't realize that UNIT had built up profiles on us.
Yes, it is their way. I know you were awoken by the London Underground Extension's work 140 years ago.
I see. I must have words with Colonel Stevenson upon our next meeting.
War crimes? I wish to know your stories.
Oh, Strax, please. Let's just get going. I knew I should have thought twice before bringing you.
Perhaps that is best. I would not like to upset Madame Vastra with details on my past crimes.
Upset me?
Yes, many atrocities.
Whisper them in my ear.
Oh, Strax.
Please?
Very well.
I'll be outside. I'm not sure I want to hear this.
Tell me, Foamasi warrior, tell me your stories.
My name is Nidrach, and yes, I shall.
Strax? What's the matter? Strax? What has got into you?
I'd like to go home now, please, Mum.
What did he say?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, clearly something has upset you.
No, nothing.
Strax?
We have the next part of the time handle, Ma'am. We have no need to stick around. Now, I shall hail our transport.
The Sontaran scared by a Foamasi. Well, I never.
So you found him?
Yeah, in a way.
Funny how we found him within hours when your team gave up. Ain't it, sir?
What are you suggesting, Miss Flint?
It's what happens when our two brilliant minds get together, isn't it, Jen?
Mr. Woodman.
Sorry, Brigadier.
So it was all in the original census?
Yes, sir.
So your theory is he made the device and used it on himself, whether deliberately or by accident, and then ended up in your time.
But then he must have used it again and again. He must have been jumping around time zones without us even knowing about it.
Well, that's dangerous. It could have completely messed up history somewhere, and none of us would even be aware of it. Who even knows? The history you know might not even be real. I mean, it gets confusing for me anyway, you know, being from a different universe and all that.
Elaborate, please.
The beer flood.
Beer flood?
Yeah, Jen mentioned it to her. It sounded like a right laugh at the beginning until she mentioned that, well, people drown themselves in alcohol.
Go on.
Well, maybe as an example, that wasn't meant to happen.
The tiniest things can change the biggest events.
Like good old Queen Victoria on the throne. Like, was she meant to be there from such a young age?
Could something Benjamin have done changed it?
Check us out!
The Doctor would be proud.
But we still don't really know why he wanted to develop this technology in the first place. Nor do we know why he used this as a weapon against the Paternoster gang. And seemingly he's no longer shifting over time himself. So what changed for him? And why did he develop this vendetta against everyone around him?
Maybe he thought we would take it away. Or maybe he developed it to work solely on him, and his next step was to send others?
But you cannot be sure.
Jen, didn't you say that he used it before? He chucked a time bomb at you?
Yeah. So maybe there were prototypes? He started with things like letterboxes and carriages. They were all vanishing. That's how we noticed him.
Do you know ever when?
Maybe they were only shifted back a few weeks.
No. If that was the case, we would have known.
So where did they go?
Again, no clue. Strax's many devices said it wasn't a transportation matrix.
So it was destroyed instead?
That was a theory.
All speculation, of course. In reality, we still haven't found Benjamin Falstone. Records enable us to locate him in the past, but that doesn't help us solve our problems in the present. And he clearly isn't here. So he must be in the future.
But when we get the time handle completely together, we can find him and talk to him. Wasn't that the whole point of this anyway?
Both of you keep harping on about timelines. But they don't get back to their time, Henry. Our records say so.
So it's just giving up?
No, I'm just saying I'm not going to waste all our resources on something we know will fail.
No. No, Brigadier. We will find a way for them to get back home.
You will do as I say, Mr. Woodman.
Time is always in flux, Brigadier. We can change the future. We can get them back. Even if I have to try and figure it out to do it myself.
Henry, I'm warning you, I'll have you on a charge.
As if that would scare me. And I've travelled with the Doctor, you know, right?
Yes.
Well, I've travelled with him, and I know what's possible. And this is possible. Sir, just... please, I will try to get them back home.
How did it go?
Henry told him where to stick it.
That's about right.
Mr. Woodman, you didn't.
I'm not having UNIT give up on you guys.
So, what has happened?
Brigadier Robson has given us some time to figure this out. He doesn't believe we can get you three back to your time, but let's prove him wrong, yeah?
Excellent strategy, boy.
Sounds like a plan, Mr. Woodman. Now we have both sets of time handles. So, we just put the two parts together?
Basically, yeah. Then we just have to try and narrow down a location. That way, we can find him without destroying time streams or messing up history.
Like a portal into our own time.
Sounds like it.
But it's mainly used for questioning.
Some agency made it. Used to interrogate people from the past about events already gone, like asking people who didn't board the Titanic why they never sailed.
The Titanic?
A ship, Miss Jenny. It smashed into an iceberg rather foolishly. Rose, there was room for Jack on that door too.
I'm banning you from Netflix, Mr. Strax.
Madam.
So, how do we know where to locate him?
The signing of the census. When was it?
Before my time, Mum.
Should I Google?
Henry, would you mind?
Of course not. Census. Sunday, right. So, June.
And the census has an address?
It does. Once I found him on the list again. I think he was over on the Little Green Street.
Well, that sounds to quaint for Victorian London.
You really need to stop judging our time period. Henry Woodman?
Yeah?
Oh, nothing. So, Benjamin was living at Little Green Street.
So we go there immediately. There cannot be a moment to lose.
Set the device to open this portal, then we obliterate Benjamin.
No! For one thing, Henry clearly stated that you cannot use this technology to get in or out of times.
I'll order an Uber.
I'll go and out, Jen.
I did not find getting an Uber to be difficult.
No, me neither. I think I need to keep an eye on that ape.
Don't worry, Henry. My dumb Victorian chambermaid's brain can handle getting a cab.
I saw my name on the census like you did.
It could just be another Henry Woodman.
With both of us having to deal with time travel, do you really think that's the case?
What else could it be? Why would you be there on the same road as Benjamin years before I've even been born?
When were you born?
1868.
Damn, well that's an age gap. So now you're Uber.
Thanks. I've got the cab. It'll be here in a few minutes.
I saw myself on the telly, Jen.
What do you mean?
It was a programme about early Victorian life, and I was there, Jen. I was in one of the photos they showed.
Again, this is just a possible future, like we said.
It just feels different when it's about yourself, you know.
So you think that's fixed?
I've no idea.
So somehow, you must end up there. But how? Why?
So this is the location?
It is, ma'am.
Do you have the handles and the other equipment, Mr. Strax?
At the ready.
Oh, blimey. It looks like it's barely been touched since I last left here. It's just cleaner now.
You came here?
As a child, my family used to run a circus. We would put a tent up on Clapham Common. I would do anything to get away from them. So I used to sneak off. And here was just one of those places that I used to sneak off to.
I never knew this, Jenny.
Never came up. Just a childhood memory.
Where should I set up the device, ma'am?
In this position, Strax.
Can we be sure nobody will see us?
The street looks quiet. I'll keep an eye nevertheless.
If anybody does see, this could take an interesting turn.
So when we open it, Mom takes charge. We don't know how long it will remain open. It might be easier if only one of us talks.
Aha, ready.
Proceed, Mr. Strax.
I see what you mean by the road looking the same.
The same but dirtier, like I said.
There, ma'am. A figure approaches.
Benjamin, do not be afraid of this device. We are from the future and need to talk to you. We need your help.
What the hell?
But he's here with us. How is this possible?
Henry, you told me about this.
That's me? Wait. That's me?
The sensors. It's your name. It's you.
Hello all. I have information that will change the future. I'm indeed from 1840 and we don't have much time.